Good morning, friends. Welcome to Miss Lori's Craft Room. I'm so happy to be back. It's been quite a while since I've made a tutorial. I got to go to Alabama to teach cricket at Crazy Crafters Convention, and that was really wonderful. And I met some of the most wonderful friends that I think will become lifelong friends, and I hope to get to do that again. So today I created some new files. They're 3D ornaments. And you can see the jumble of them right here. So let me just show you quickly overview, and then we will get to it, okay? So this one is a circle file. So if you can see it, that it's circles, and it's so neat. It's amazing that just a simple circles can do. And this file cuts really well. I've really played around with them to make sure. I do recommend, probably depending on the material you're using, maybe using custom intricate if you're using the Cricut. So this one I used a gold paper, but then I just sprayed it with glitter spray. So I don't really like glitter paper because it's a pain behind to cut. And it's a mess, and of course you know it ruins your mat. I mean, you can wash it, but you know. So, and this is just a bow I made. I am not going to be doing a bow tutorial today. I will link you to this bow tutorial, and there's lots online that you can find, okay? I can make bows, but they're not, and I don't want to be, tutorials on bows are not really my thing. So, as you can see, this one, bow is kind of floppy. That was my first attempt at this kind of bow. Okay, so this one is just kind of an abstract design. I love it. This is probably one of my favorites. This one, I didn't glitter the back because I didn't have that much glitter. And this one I used glitter glue, okay, which I love glitter glue. This is so great. And then I did add some jewels to it, okay. And this one is really fun. I love it. And these are large. Okay, this one is pretty large. So I would say each piece is around 6 inches. So it's just completely up to you, your preference of how large. So now this one is much smaller. And this is just the plain file. There isn't any cutouts on it at all. And I made this one particularly so you could use printed paper. And this is cut much smaller. I would say, probably only about 5. So, and then this one I also use clear glitter glue on this one. And this is just a super simple bow on that one. And then this one didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it. I used black paper, and this is a embossing folder, and we're going to use it in what we're making later. The gold showed up really good until I sprayed it, and after I sprayed it with glitter spray. And then it really dulled it. But I guess it could have its place. It's kind of dark, I think. But I was more going for the technique. So we are going to do one, and I did it with a better contrast. And this is another one of those puffy bows. And I will link in on the file also for this puffy bow, because I really think it's really cute. Okay, so this one I did it a little different. So I was making it, and I actually accidentally left out one of the panels. So each one of these has 6 panels, but this one only has 5, and you can see that it's longer and slimmer. And then this is the bow that comes with it. This is the paper bow that will come with a file. And this is, it comes with a scallop edge, it's just a very subtle scallop and a plain. And so that's cute too. I think it's in its place. So this one I was green paper, and then I have this, I used embossing ink, and then I have this green embossing powder with a little bit of a gold tint. Because I didn't really have a green paper that I really liked. So I think it turned out, it's pretty. I like it. I probably, if I did it again, would do a contrasting bow, though. Cut it in a different color, because that would make it look nicer. So now this one is one of my, of course, this is some of my favorite paper. It's Anna Griffith. I think is it Anna Griffith? I can't remember. But it was a paper pad, and that's where I made that castle that it's in on my profile out of this paper. So this one is just the plain file, and I made it with just this beautiful paper, and it has a little scallop bow. And of course, I inked the edges because you guys know that I cannot let anything go without ink on it. So this is actually one of my favorites. I think it's really pretty. So it's just so versatile, these files. So today we are going to do I'm going to show you how to make two different ornaments. Okay, so this one I did cream color paper, and then I ran it through the embossing machine, and I don't know the name of this file. It looks like this, but I can't remember. It's one of the big 5x7 ones. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to take the two pieces, and then I opened up the file. Now I centered this. You could do it however you want. I centered it so that the lines, the main design is right down the center. Then of course, I'm sure most of you have a Cuttlebug, but if you don't, they're really cool. They're embossing machines, so you sandwich it between the pads, okay? And then you put it in, and you hit the handle, and it squeezes it, and that creates your design. Okay, and then you just take it out. Now, if you do this, you probably want to make sure that you get your design all going up the same way. Okay, this one was a little tricky. Okay, so then, of course, I just took some ink, and I tried using the dauber, but I really wasn't happy with, it wasn't dark enough. Okay, so if you want it subtle, if you want it to be just subtle, just go ahead. All we're going to do, we're not going to push too hard because we don't want it to get on the background. See, if you wanted it just really subtle like this, really soft, you could just do it with the dauber, okay? But I want this to be a lot bolder, so I'm just going to use the ink pad, and I'm just going to rub it. And I'm not really applying much pressure at all. It's pretty light. Okay, and this also, you could also use your embossing pad, and then run the embossing pad over it, and then use your embossing powder. That would look really neat too. Okay, so anymore, I used to have a stamp store, and I used to have every color embossing powder, but now I only have like 2, or I would show you that. I have just that ugly green, it's not my favorite. I definitely need to stock up on some supplies. Okay, so see how simple that was? And look at the effect you get. It's so pretty. So, of course, I really wouldn't leave it alone. If I was making this for myself, I would more than likely get some glitter glue, or even wait and just spray it with glitter spray. And so if I'm going to add some wet glitter like this, or even, let's see, where's the red one? Oh, I forgot to show you my favorite one, my other favorite one. Hey, look at this one. This one is glitter, okay? And this is the heart file. So what I did was I took the pieces, and first thing you do when you get your pieces, it takes 6 pieces. So line them all up. I think I have more than 6 here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do. Okay. So line them all up, and I lay them down, and then I'm just going to use this. This is just a Sharpie marker. I think that's about the right fatness. And see how I'm doing? I'm just rolling it up. And I'm just rolling it. And this works really good because when you're rolling something that has cutouts, they'll tend to boing out. So if you do it this way, they'll stay good. So then I'm going to flip it around here and kind of do the other side. Okay? And you want it pretty curly. If you don't want it, if you want it round, do it really curly like this. If you want it more of an oval shape, don't curl it so much. Okay? So do that before you apply any kind of glitter, because then you won't have cracking. So for this really glittery one, what I did was I just got my Mod Podge and I took each piece and dipped it, and then I spread it all around, and then I sprinkled glitter, and then I just set them aside to dry. Okay? So that was pretty simple to do. It just took longer because you had to let the glitter dry. So, okay, so let's assemble this, okay? You're going to be so surprised how simple this is. So, brads. I didn't talk about what we need, but you need 2 brads. I didn't go out and buy, some of my combinations of colors might be a little odd to you guys, but I didn't go out and buy anything special for this. I'm all about trying to use what I have. Now, if I was making these for my own, for gifts or something, I would go out and buy stuff. Or you can buy these cute little packs of brads that are colored. And most stores have them. Scrapbook stores and, you know, Joann's and Michael's and all those places. So I don't really have any red ones, so I'm just going to use the gold ones. And you really, if you used a paper bow, one of the paper bows, you'll see the brad, so it's more important to, you know, to coordinate it with. But this one we're going to use a bow that's going to cover the whole thing. Okay, so we are going to use thread for the handle, for the hanging thing. Actually, we're not on this one. Sorry, guys. I seem like I'm all over the place. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use thread. Or this could work with wire, or you can use fishing line for your hanger, okay? So I'm going to get a piece of thread, and it's probably about 10 inches long. And I'm just going to tie a knot in the end of it. And the same with fishing wire or with wire, you know, of course with wire you twist it together. Okay, set that aside. Now you need 2 brads. Okay, so what I do is I take the knot and I put it on the inside of the brad. Okay, so you're going to open it up just a little bit and put it in. Ah! Fumble fingers, sorry guys. You don't want to really open it up. I'm going to put it up inside, okay? Can you see that? So I've got it inside the brad. Now, set that down. Line up all your holes. Oh, one didn't get cut out. So we'll switch it out with that one. Okay, so, and of course, make sure the pretty part is facing out. And then you're gonna take your brad, you're gonna put it in all the holes, and you're just gonna open it slightly. Okay, don't open it all the way, or you won't be able to do the next step. Okay, and you're gonna do the same thing with the bottom holes. You're gonna put the brad in, and you're just gonna open it slightly like that. Okay, now open it like maybe a quarter inch or half inch. Okay, so this is so easy, it's not even funny. So you're gonna start from the bottom and start pulling out. Oops. Okay, see, I didn't do it tight enough. Or actually, I don't think that one got on there. Sorry. Kind of fumbly fingers today, so open it enough so that your pieces do not come off, but you don't want it to get in the way either. Okay, Okay, and so it's going to feel like it might like bend, so just it's going to be okay, because some of mine that I did were really stiff, because it's just all about your paper. Now this paper is a little damp because it has the ink on it. Okay, and see that? Look at that. Isn't that so easy? Okay, so there's its handle. Now, I'm just going to scoot one apart a little bit, and I'm going to push down my brad. I'm going to open my brad so it'll stop it from coming apart. And I'm going to do that on the bottom too. Okay, does that make sense, I hope? Okay, so see how nice and round that is? It's so cute. I just love it. And then you have a hanger. Now, if you're going to use the paper bow that comes with it, and I should have made a tutorial of that, you would assemble the bow. You would assemble the bow and the tail. Let me show you. You would assemble the bow and the tail. Put the brad in those first, and then put it together. If you have any questions about that, you can just ask me on Facebook or on the thing. Okay, so I made a bow for this, and honestly, I should have just thought that through and made a bow, or made a bow, paper bow, but I didn't. So we're just going to. All right, I'm gonna now this one, because I put the string on there, but because I made this bow, now you guys are going to think it doesn't match, and it really doesn't. But I just wanted to show you how to put this kind of bow on. So I just put some glue, hot glue, my best friend. Ink and hot glue are my best friend. Now you just got to be careful because you don't want to burn yourself. So you might want to like put something in there and hold it. See how I'm putting the scissors in there and just holding it. Maybe I will make a bow tutorial. I just haven't decided yet. Okay. Okay, so you're going to just let that, you know, cool off. And then look how cute it is. Isn't that adorable? It's just so fun. I love it. Now this bow, this is one of the curly loop bows. I made this one out of paper because I don't have a lot of ribbon right now. When we moved, I got rid of so much stuff, so I have not restocked up on ribbon. As you know, I'm the flower queen, not the ribbon queen anymore. I used to be. Okay, so I'm going to just set this one aside, and I'm going to pause the video for a minute. Oh, it won't let me. So, okay, so I'm going to set this one aside. Okay, so this is the same one. This is a different file. This one is the hearts. Now what I did on this is I just cut it, bent it, used the red glitter glue, did all that I wanted to do, and then I put it together. Okay? So, oh, look at, I have a bow. Oh, look at this. Good thing I have this bow. Okay. So this one obviously is going to not look, you know, fancy, because I wanted to show you how to do it. So, same thing we did before. Stack them all up. I apologize. I'm so fumbly fingers today. All right. Fumbly fingers. Now, of course, you know you're going to get glue all over, glitter all over. It's going to come off and get on all your stuff. But that will just be sparkly all day. See, so then I'm just using it to roll it up. And I'm not going to roll this one quite as tight because I want this one to maybe be more of a ovally shape. So I think I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so now, if you were going to use the paper ball that comes with it, I'm going to poke out all the little things. Of course, I would ink it, you know, I'd ink the edges. If you've never seen my videos before, I'll go ahead and just ink some edges for you. Of course, this doesn't match. This is I would ink the edges of all this, okay? So the first thing you do is you curl these. Like, I'm just going to use my finger. I'm just going to do that. Just going to use my finger. Give it just a little curl, as much as you want. Then you're going to take your brad, put it in the hole, make one loop, make another loop, and then you're going to put this in here. Okay. So I'm going to open this up for a second because these fell apart. Get these all ready to go before you start doing this. Man, I'm fumbly fingers today. Okay. Get that ready. Open that back up. I'm going to put the around the hole. Open it up just. Oh, you know what I forgot? This is the one where I would need to put the tie. Sorry, everybody. You would think that I don't know what I'm doing, but I really do. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to tie. Okay, so once again, I'm going to put it on the inside of the brad. Okay. Get everything ready again. And then start again. Sorry. Alright, so put this in. Man, this is going to be one of those tutorials that I probably despise because the woman talked and talked and talked and talked. Alright. Okay. There we go. Now we got it. Okay, so then I'll open the brad up just a little bit. And I'll line up all these bottom ones. Get the brad in. Open it up so it doesn't fall apart. Okay, and then you're just going to do the same thing. You're just going to start opening it. So when it's not curled so much, this is when it starts to bend. So, but it's okay because it's paper going right back. Just don't make sure you don't, crease it. Okay. So see, now you have just a little bit of a different shape. See, so then you have your tie, and it's all ready to go. Okay, so I hope this was useful. I will be posting the link to all the files in the description, and you guys have a fabulous day, and God bless you.